L-I-T, keep it L-Psyche. Hotter than wasabi, too spicy. Drop a PIC, now I'm trending on IG. Yeah.
There are some exciting new design trends coming in 2024, so let's look at them right now. Design is changing, and in some way, these trends are more important than ever. The general trend is adding skeuomorphic elements into otherwise flat designs. I'm gonna show you the best examples of that. Here is the 10 main trends for 2024 from the person that came up with glassmorphism and neumorphism, and there's gonna be a bonus trend at the end. Hey, that rhymes. Bento is a Japanese style of organizing lunchboxes with different grid elements with different sizes. It's all about creating bento-style breakdowns of information, with each box being its own little ecosystem. It's a mix of simplicity, high-quality visuals, and really good typography. You can make them flat, shaded, textured, skeuomorphic, or completely minimal. It's all up to you, but this trend is going to be very big this year. Unique interactions. The era of just get a task done is slowly fading away. The customers want to be wowed, and unique interactions is a great way to do it. Not about adding the animations everywhere in the interface though. You need to be subtle, and you need them to highlight only the most important elements. In order to be truly beneficial to a product, an animation layer has to be extra and has to be skippable. And don't make people wait for an animation to finish. If they want to watch it and be amazed by it, that's cool. But if they want to skip it right away and get their stuff done, you need to let them do it. People need to be able to experience them at their own pace. That's why animations that react to sudden changes in the interface, like this animation in Airbnb switching tabs, is gonna be the way to go. Single-purpose web apps. This is going to be big because for many simple one-way tasks, we don't want to download a mobile app from the App Store every time. One good example is tipping apps in restaurants, where you just scan a QR code and you have an option to just fill a simple form and be on your way. Another one is restaurant menus, where you simply scan a QR code and you get the menu displayed on your phone. But most places basically redirect you to a website, and it's often not fully responsive, the touch targets are not big enough, so there's gonna be a lot of potential in making these experiences great. And you need to include Google Pay and Apple Pay in all the checkouts possible, because filling out credit cards on a mobile phone is so last century. Grid photo headers on the web. They use big typography in between the boxes and create a full experience by merging different visuals. What you need to make sure of is that all the photos match stylistically and color-wise, so we don't really want clashing colors between the photos in a grid layout. Monochrome design. It can be classy black and white, but monochrome doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be ultra minimal either. Good monochrome can include patterns, animations, and guiding lines. Typography can also be quite experimental. It can either be pure black and white or some shades of gray, or a simple minimal color accent. Brutalism with images. Quirky illustration brutalism is not going to be cool anymore. No, now we're going into an extreme. It's all about photorealistic retro style, but purposefully badly cut out images. Add to that a lack of typographic consistency and silly animations, and you have yourself a brutalist post-photographic design. It's like a collage that builds itself in front of your eyes, and the Ammo app is the prime example of that. People seem to love it. Number 7. Flat design is over. Brian Chesky from Airbnb famously tweeted that flat design is over. Airbnb led the way as a big brand by adding nice skeuomorphic details and pretty interesting interaction design. It's still a flat design, but with an extra layer of delight added on top. Shopify also included more skeuomorphic 3D type, a little bit retro style buttons in their design system. And then there is also the Reddit rebrand. Skeuomorphic concepts like that work best if they're not overused and they blend well with an overly minimal aesthetic of the rest of the interface. You can't really make a whole interface skeuomorphic, it's just gonna be way too difficult to process, and that is gonna backfire. Think of 1 or 2 cool things per product to add a little bit of delight. Glass buttons and Auroras. Aurora design, especially combined with a dark mode interface, has been taking the web design world by storm last year, and it's only going to continue. It's sad that everybody seems to be copying one particular design, but I hope to see some more innovation in that space. This trend is starting to get merged with various explorations of glass, and I'm not talking just glassmorphism here, not blurry backgrounds. I'm talking more about stuff that react to lighting in 3D. It looks really cool, and I'm gonna talk about this effect this year in more detail. Number 9. Spatial interfaces. Apple is set to release their AR/VR goggles in January this year. It's probably gonna be a little bit delayed, but still. Meta has released the new Quest, which is supposedly way better than the older versions, especially in visual fidelity, and we are going to see more AR and VR experiences this year for sure. The main issue that I have with this is that most apps currently that are being designed by people that don't have access to the device yet, obviously, are only using Apple's design system. Not many people try to create something completely new, which basically makes everything looks a little bit like a skeuomorphic floating Finder app. Let's hope it changes, and let's hope we're gonna explore some more interesting materials in the near future. Useful AR. We can now overlay interfaces onto different surfaces using lasers, projectors, and some other tools. And we can do it on mirrors too. The ability to do that has sparked some very cool explorations, like the airplane windows ones. Just take a look. Devices with smart overlays like that are also becoming smarter with the use of AI. Just take a look at what AI Pin does.
How much protein?
A half a cup of almonds has 15 grams of protein.
And it's still not perfect, obviously, but we're getting there, and this is gonna be the future of interfaces too, at least part of it. Before we get to the beautiful bonus trend, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Let me know which trend was your favorite. Let me know what you think is gonna be the most popular one. If I missed anything, also let me know in the comments down below. And let's get to the bonus trend. Artwork style icons. The flat, boring, simple outline icons are a thing of the past. Companies are now exploring stuff that has an emotional connection with the user, and just a flat bunch of lines doesn't do that. Apple started it with changing some of the macOS icons, but then a lot of designers picked it up and started redesigning popular icons of other apps, and some of these examples are just plain beautiful. And that's it for today, but all these trends are gonna be explored in more detail both on our platform and on this YouTube channel, so stay tuned and obviously have a beautiful day.